I would want to talk about Mr. Sawyer and Gbade. These two people used to be very good friends. I won't lie to you. Best friends turn enemies. That would be my title. Yes, that is my title. Best friend turn enemies. Because Mr. Sawyer and Gbade were tight friends. They make decisions together. They visit each other. Like they really converse. Hey guys, my name is Lydia and this is Sahara Movies. Today I'll be talking about Gbade and Mr. Sawyer. How these best friends just suddenly turned into enemies within a twinkle of an eye by just one mistake. If you're new to this channel, please do the same. Subscribe for more videos and more updates. Now let's get started. So in season 2, Mr. Sawyer and Gbade, best friends. Like Gbade will leave his home and visit Mr. Sawyer. They'll drink, they'll discuss, they'll have fun, they'll talk about punishment. Because Gbade was like Mr. Sawyer's right hand man. When he wants to do something to his own son Martins, he sends Gbade to go and do the job, go and do the dirty job. So they are tight. And you know, when you're tight with someone like this, the person knows your secret. Then suddenly they became enemies. Now this is how they became enemies. So Mr. Sawyer also needed an upgrade in his third dimension. Like, you know, you need to upgrade so that you can be financially good. The society will respect you and all that. So he decides to use someone as a sacrifice. It's something he does. But unfortunately, he chewed the wrong meat. He goes to a bar, and at that same time, Gbade's daughter and her friend too, you know, the teenage and this outing and chilling and having fun and all that. She also tells his dad that they are going out to club and all that. But why would you think bad if your child tells you he's going to the club or he or she's going to the club? You wouldn't have any negative thoughts. But unfortunately for Gbade, that was when Mr. Sawyer's target was. Like, that was his target. I don't know why Mr. Sanya will see someone you want to use as a target. You even ask the person the full name, where they live. At least when you do your thing, you have an idea of who will be coming after you. Like, if you are doing something bad, at least keep their name so that in future, when the son or someone is coming after you, you know that, oh, this is why they are coming after me. You don't ask for their name. Don't even ask for anything. Then you go ahead and do your thing. So Mr. Sanya, unfortunately for Gbade's daughter, Mr. Sanya got rid of Gbade's daughter in such a painful manner. Like, it was a slit throat, and it was really painful for Gbade. When they were looking for their daughter, there was no response. They went to the police and all that. Gbade wasn't a responsible father. Like, financially he was good, but giving child support, prayers and all that, he wasn't. And I think he feels guilty for that. So they called back there and the family that they found a body in an uncompleted building. They go and then you find out it is your daughter, like your only daughter. That's very painful. So that was what broke the relationship between Gbade and Mr. Sawyer. And when Mr. Sawyer also did that, he was like, it was like something normal until they looked. Gbade did his own investigations, went to ask about the footage of the place, asked about the manager, the stories and all that, and he found out that it was Mr. Sawyer who did that thing, and it really pained him because it's like, you're my tight buddy, and then I've been with you since. I don't know why, if you have a best friend, you shouldn't even know their daughter. And people actually do that when they are doing those deadly businesses or they are doing those dreadful, should I use the word dreadful? Like, they are doing this business, they keep their family completely out of it. Like, you can be doing business with someone, you wouldn't even know the wife, you wouldn't even know the family. Like, it's so out of family. It's not family business. It is between me and you. That's what was happening between Gbade and Mr. Sawyer. Their business was man to man. There was no family relation. So Gbade was really broken. He was really broken. Mr. Sawyer apologized. I'm sorry. I didn't know it's your daughter. I know there's something that you can't reverse. It's irreversible. So now broken Gbade wants to avenge Mr. Sawyer. Best friends now turn enemies. He wants to avenge Mr. Sawyer because he just can't think straight. How I've been with you throughout. Anything you want to do, you tell me and I do it for you. And then you go and then you do this to my own daughter. At least ask of the name. And then let her tell you, this is my name. This is my father. You don't do it and then you go ahead and do this wicked thing. So that is when Mr. Sawyer decided to, after all, what could happen? He has already done the undoable, because when you do such a thing, they'll need to repay that. And Gbade is saying that the only way you can repay this is if I do the same thing to your son, Martins. The love Mr. Sanya has for Martins, I don't really understand that love, but I think it's still love. Parental love is something that cannot be replaced. To Mr. Sanya, the third dimension and the secret world is something that has helped him. So he just wants his son to inherit that. So I feel it's a different type of love, but it's still love. Now, Gbade wants to take his anger on Martins. That's how come they become enemies. They become pure enemies, like enemies who are close but are far. Like that kind of enemies. They hate each other so much. And it started from one mistake that is irreversible, and it has led to these enemies. Let's see how Gbade goes, because right now Gbade is so confident that he can get rid of Martins, and he's giving assurances. He's going to speak to this person. Yes, we are on it, we are working on it. He's giving he doesn't mind ripping his whole bank account to just be successful about his revenge. And this is where the story becomes so interesting. Now the struggle is between Mr. Sanya and Gbade. Mr. Sanya is saying he's going to protect his son, but how? If you're going to protect your son, you don't even know where your son is. You don't even have access to your son. How are you going to protect him? And are you even protecting yourself enough? Because if you are not protecting yourself, how can you protect someone else? So Mr. Sanya giving conviction that he's going to protect his son. He shouldn't touch his son. The two of them are going to conquer the dimension and the dark world. I don't know how he's planning on doing that, because right now Martins is finding it very difficult to forgive his father because he's still mentally traumatized. Even though I know he will eventually heal, but he's still going through that healing process. So Gbade, all the best, even though I know you will not succeed. Sometimes you give people all the best just to give them motivation to do whatever they want to do, even though you know that they are not going to be successful. So yeah, I'm giving Gbade all the best. He's not going to get Martins, and I think he's sending people to do it and they are not able to do it. He will end up wanting to do it himself, and that will be when the disaster will come. You people still think Gbade will repent, and me, I oppose. I think he will not repent. He doesn't have any gene of repentance in him. But anyway, there's always a second chance to everybody who really wants to have a second chance. My name is Cynthia. What do you think about Gbade and Mr. Sanya? How did their relationship just switch from A to Z within a twinkle of an eye? They are now great enemies, from friends to enemies. What are your thoughts on their relationship now? Do you think Gbade will be successful about his revenge? Do you think Mr. Sanya can protect his son? Do you think Martins will go back to Mr. Sanya? Let me know your thoughts. I'll be ending here for today. Let me know what you think about it. Till next time, bye.